May the 11th, and this is the Kitten Academy close-up stream. I'd like you all to rate and review our podcast. I can't get done with that joke because Custard spends all of his time in this little cat pod, and the podcat joke is just too great. He really is. He's our daily podcat. And this is basically where he's living these days. Speaking of where Custard is living these days, and here are kittens in the background, by the way. When DJ goes back to work next week, is it next week? Is it Saturday, really? Oh, we're going to go on the weekend? Okay, well, at any rate, this weekend sometime or early next week, DJ goes back to work, and she's going to stay there again, just like she did for the last month. And when she does, this time she's taking Custard with her. She's going to have a little apartment cat to live with her at her apartment near the hospital. I think that's going to be really fun for her, and I think it's going to be really fun for Custard, and I think it's going to be really fun for Loganberry. So I think it's going to work for everybody all around. And he'll just stay there for a couple weeks while she's there, and then he'll come back with her when she comes back, because he's easy for me to say. He's obviously not going to stay there when she's at home, and there's nobody there with him. That wouldn't make any sense. So he's going to make the trip back and forth with her. But I think it'll be really fun. So here are the older kittens. These are Belle's Whistles. Belle, went to her home recently, and she's doing great. We've gotten a couple of updates, and they're going to have an Instagram, which I know some people have already found her Instagram, but there's only one picture there so far. We're promised that there will be more. Still, her adopter's been keeping us in the loop and says Belle is doing great and is just so at home in her new home, which is exactly what we like to hear. So that's great. These guys are still recovering from their surgeries, as you can tell. They're completely playful. You would never know that they had their spays, but they're doing great. And I think they will be due to have their sutures out on Saturday, this coming Saturday. And after that, they will probably go home really quick. I think Foggy, I have to talk to their adopters, though. This goes back to what I was saying in our last close-up about how I've sort of put everything on hold while DJ's on vacation, and I haven't been getting all the communication done that I should. One of the things I have to do is set up the exact adoption dates with everybody. I need to follow up on Clacks and Beep's adoption times and all that kind of stuff. So I'll try to get to that today. I'm not going to put it off until next week. That would be ridiculous. I need to get it figured out now. Also, I was talking to you guys before about how Foggy likes the crinkly tunnels. And these pants I had mentioned, these are the pants tunnels that came with the tiny pants. And she is crazy about the crinkly tunnels and loves to play in them and wakes us up at night with these pants in here because they make a ton of noise when she runs around in them. And then she's also got that crinkly tunnel that is the unicorn tunnel that's in their room I showed you in the last close-up. So she's having fun. Also, I hear Clacks is here somewhere. There's the other tunnel. There's Clacks. Clacks is playing with the Velcro on the tunnel. And you can see I took our old wood holder that was next to our wood fireplace, now that we don't have a wood fireplace anymore, we have a gas fireplace, and turned it into a cat hammock. And I've seen Loganberry using it, so it actually gets use, which is cool. Also, if you haven't figured it out, the thing that Beep is frantically playing with is a zip tie, because we don't have enough cat toys. They have to play with things like zip ties. Things like zip ties and the little milk bottle plastic rings and stuff. These kittens are just crazy about them. And yet we spend so much money and effort on getting them just the right toy. And they love this stuff that's just, it's fundamentally, it's garbage. So, too cute. She loves it. Maggie also loves those things. She drags them all over. She's probably just sitting here waiting for her turn. Oh, hi, Loganberry. Surprise close-up. Maggie, you got your own pants. You don't need the big pants. You got your floofy pants. Rolling the tunnel around under the bed. All right, let's go see some tiny kittens. That's what this is all about. I know. I just started out here so that we wouldn't have to come out here and surprise DJ later on. Let's do it. Hi, Gabby. Hi, kittens, with your head in a tunnel. What are you looking at in there? You got your whole head in that thing. This is a tiny kitten-sized tunnel, and I guess they finally discovered how fun it can be. Hi, yes, Gabby, I hear you talking to me. Well, I can't tell you too much news about these kids, but I will tell you I was just discussing the move to the big room downstairs with DJ, and I think that we agree right now we should put it off for a few days because Gabby is still having really bad poop, and I'm hoping now that that will clear up, especially because I've taken away the dry food, I've taken away all of the RC Mom and Baby Cat, and they are on only Fancy Feast today, that just started this morning. And I'm hoping that after a couple days of just Fancy Feast, Gabby's going to be back to normal and we can move them downstairs. Fingers crossed. So, also, next Monday will be when these kids are due for their first vaccines. Can you believe that? Technically, I guess it would be Saturday, but I don't know if the vet will be able to get us in on the weekend. I'll try. I'll see. I figure what will probably happen on Monday. Speaking of the vet, Loganberry has a vet appointment tomorrow. He's going to the vet because he needs dental work done. When we were in there last time to have his little checkup and see how he's doing with his pee issues, the vet discovered that he needs to have some teeth, I think, pulled, not just cleaned. But we'll see about that. Boiled chicken is a great bland food for a cat. That is a good one. And if switching her to the Fancy Feast doesn't get her back in shape, I will give her some chicken. I like to make just shredded chicken. I cook it and then I shred it like you would do for some awesome burrito or Mexican food, which is actually why I do it. And then I eat it and the kittens eat it. It's delicious. Shredded chicken is one of my favorite things. I eat it in tacos and burritos and everything I can put it in, rice and beans and shredded chicken and just all kinds of stuff. It's really good. And it's the treat that the cats and I can both enjoy. Oh, Rachel, if she is constipated, my advice to you, my first advice is the same as my advice always is. Call your vet. That is the number one advice. So definitely do that. Hi, Banter. Look how pretty you are. You're a beautiful little girl. These kids are really starting to show their personalities a little bit, I think. Banter is definitely the most shy of the group and also the most independent. If you're going to catch somebody off on her own, it's going to be her. Although she does also spend plenty of time snuggled up with her mom and her sisters. But she's definitely sort of, I think, showing that she has the biggest independent streak. Whereas these two girls are not so independent. And Blarney here in particular has to be right up in whatever I'm doing all the time. When I come in the room, she follows me around, she meows and yells at me. I go to clean the litter box, she's got to be right there and watch the whole process. Really adorable. And then I would put Scuttlebutt here somewhere in the middle. Scuttlebutt really likes to come and snuggle with me and likes to play, but also will run around sometimes instead of just seeing what I'm doing. So they're really fun so far. And they're just getting better every day. And I know Gabby is really going to appreciate once she starts getting some exploration time from the main room into the living room. Gabby, so all you have to do is get your poops in order and we can make that start happening. Yes, your poops. You need to have better poops. That all starts with your diet. I know, it's tough. Oh. That looked like a hiss, but I think it was kind of a silent meow. These kids have a funny little silent meow sometimes. So that one is Blarney, and you You can tell Blarney because Blarney has a pink in the middle of her nose. She's got two little black spots, but she's got a lot of pink on her nose, and she's got stripy front legs. Whereas Scuttlebutt has a black nose, all black, and white front legs. There you go. That's how you can tell them apart very easily. And then Banter, of course, is brown, not gray, so that makes her noticeably different right off the bat. Her markings are also a lot darker as a result. Now Gabby's gone over there because the kittens were bothering her, I guess. Maybe she just likes to make them chase her around the room when she can. What's up? What's up, cutie beans? Ashley, their eyes will not stay this blue. Kittens' eyes stay blue for a while, usually a couple months, but then they slowly change to whatever color they're going to be, which is very rarely blue. They are just over 5 weeks old right now. They will be 6 weeks old on Saturday. And that's why I was talking about getting them their first vaccines. We do that at 6 weeks old. All three of them are girls. Just like their mom. I guess I don't have to tell you mom's a girl. I bet you guys could figure that one out. So what else can I tell you? There's not really much other news. Oh, Brooke's doing great. We're probably not going to see her this morning just because I didn't plan on it. She gets to go out in the morning, and she's, like I said, she's pretty much back to her usual routine. She goes out and runs around the house in the morning, and then she goes back in her room when she wants breakfast. And then sometime during the day, I usually let her out, and she comes and hangs out with me in my office, or else I go in her room and I eat dinner with her, or just hang out. Last night I did eat dinner with her, and she was very sweet about it. And I had a fancy dinner yesterday, one of my blue aprons, and it was a really fancy one that came with a bunch of prosciutto, which is like a cured ham product. And I wasn't really digging. It was okay, but I knew that the cats would love it, and in fact, they each got a little bit of the prosciutto, and Brooke really, really liked that. She thought that was great. Speaking of thinking things are great, when I took the dry food, it's Dr. Elsie's clean protein dry food. I took it out of here. There were just a couple kibbles left in the bowl, and I'd set it in the hallway while I was vacuuming this morning. And Beep and Clax found it and were fighting over it. I mean, like actually fight, because it's like treats. Dry kibble to them now is like treats because they never get it. And they were smacking each other, trying to be the only one to eat all of the dry kibble. They thought that was great. So they obviously finished all that off. I see Scuttlebutt using the litter box. Right meow in the litter box. Perfectly done. That's great. That's exactly what we need to see to get you kids moved downstairs. Everybody using the litter box and good poops. I hear you, Scuttlebutt. Oh, now Scuttlebutt came out and scooted. She did a little Scuttlebutt. I missed getting the scoot on the video, though. Sorry. Banter, why don't you come out here and say hi to all of your fans? Come on. Come on. Come on out here just a little bit. Come on, right out here. I know, you're a tough, independent girl. I've been working a lot on trying to get her to appreciate hanging out with me, but she does have her own interesting ideas about what's what. I don't know if you guys saw, I came in here the other day with the baby food, and both of her sisters tried the baby food and liked it, and she just recoiled from it. She would sniff it and then back away like she just smelled the worst thing in the world. And then they did the same thing when I brought in some of the shredded chicken that I was just talking about. I brought in some shredded chicken the other day, And her sisters didn't actually eat any. I think it was a little too complicated, but they both liked to smell it. And when I let her smell it, she just, again, she recoiled and just backed away like, oh, no, no, no way. Not that. Anything but that. So she's a funny little cat so far. Doesn't like the same things the other cats like. Whoa, oh boy, that was Scuttlebutt here. Just switched the cameras. I guess that's okay. Scuttlebutt wants to be on camera. I'm wearing my Animal Crossing t-shirt that is all of our faculty done up as Animal Crossing characters, as you can see. It's pretty great, isn't it? This is Loganberry, and I'm trying to look at this. This is Acro. Oh, this one. I think Acro, and Smokey, of course. We got Ari in the middle with his big eyes, and this must be Eddie with his green eyes. And then we have Custard at the bottom, wearing the Kitten Academy logo shirt, or what am I saying, varsity shirt thing? You know what I'm talking about. And Maggie there, very fashionable. So that's awesome. Speaking of which, that shirt is available on our Teespring store. It might even be listed under this video. That's the way we've asked YouTube to do it. And I think just last night, Jay released a new shirt on our store that is Custaroo. Actually, it's the Snackaroo shirt, which I need to look at and get, I need to put that out for everybody to see. I think it is on our store, though, if you go find it. Look at this tiny cat on a tiny beanbag chair. There's the big beanbag chair for peoples, and the tiny beanbag chair for kittens. How cute is that? You are being too cute. You gotta stop it. You can't be this cute. Barney, you can't be that cute. Wow. Little beanbag kitten. Tiny kitten on a tiny beanbag. So cute. This was a beanbag. This tiny beanbag was sent by someone that, I'm sorry, now it's been here for a long time. And they sent it saying that it could be a tiny beanbag so kittens could learn how to use the tiny beanbag before they graduated to the big one. But very few kittens have actually used it. And Blarney is being way too cute. It's a Blarn bag. It's a Blarn's ball. Blarn's ball. Blarn's that's quite nearly a Futurama reference. I know, I'm off by a little bit. It doesn't make any sense here. I apologize. You know what? I just take it back. Forget it. Still very cute. Blarney, you are too much. Meanwhile, I have Scuttlebutt here, who was just playing with my foot and now got distracted, cleaning herself. Have your foot. Yeah, you got it. I know you guys, you think that I'm not wearing matching socks, but they do match because this one is Baby Yoda and this one is Adult Yoda. If you can, I know he's a little stretched out, but there you go. I think you can tell. I thought I would point that out. Matching socks. This is how matching socks work for me anyway. Hi, Scuttlebutt. Well, let's do this. Let's weigh these kittens, and then somebody can keep track of it and tell me afterwards what the weights were. If DJ's not watching, sometimes DJ watches these things, and then she has the weights put in. Oh, I can't show you that litter box. It's horrifying. Sorry about that. Let's check the scale here. Hello. Come on, scale. Stop saying hi. Let's do this. There we go. Ounces. Good. All right, let's weigh you kids one at a time. Scuttlebutt, you can go first since you're not doing anything important right now. Right there. You weigh 21.1 ounces. Good job. Good job. Let me help you down, Scuttlebutt. There we go. We'll do you next. I'm sorry. Oh, Blarney, you're way too cute. I know, but you'll go back to being cute as soon as we're done weighing you, won't you? I know you will. Look at that. Just hanging out. So I've apparently done plenty of picking up these kittens and annoying them now to the point where they just don't even care if I'm going to pick them up and carry them around, which is good. That's good for all of us. 22.2. You get something on your foot? You're acting like you got a little something on your foot there. I don't feel anything. Okay. Good job. Oh, look how cute you are. Blarney's just so cool being held and picked up now that we've had all that practice. That's why we annoy the kittens. Gotta annoy them all the time so they stay used to that kind of thing. Finally, banter. Good. I was waiting for Mom to finish nursing you so we could do this. Yes, I hear you. I know. Well, you are different than the others. Come on over here. You weigh 22.6. That's good. That's very good. Come here now. Oh, you know you can trust me just as much as your sisters know it. That's a very cute meow, too. It's not like the other meows either. Very unique kitten. Okay, let's also weigh their mom real quick, and let's do that just so that we can keep an eye on whether the different food is still working for her. Okay, stay right there. We don't want her to lose too much weight when we switch her off. 9.2, so she's actually up, 9.22. She's actually up a little bit at the moment. But as long as we keep her over about 8 pounds, I think she's doing pretty good. She's been down to 8 pounds for us before, and she looked very healthy then. She's looking a little chunky at the moment. So we'll continue to monitor that as we switch up her food just to make sure that she's eating and doing okay. Very important. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up. I need to have some breakfast and get around to the rest of my plans for the day with DJ. And also, I need to send out some emails to the people I've been neglecting, which I really ought to do. I apologize to all of you. You know who you are. So I will take care of that. Hey, Banter, you're chewing on my finger. I can't, you guys are too close for me to film successfully. I can't see what I'm doing now. So thank you all for watching these little tiny kittens with me this morning. I really appreciate having you guys in the morning to chat with. It was fun for me. We will do this again tomorrow. It may be a little bit delayed tomorrow because, again, Loganberry's going in for that dental, and that means I've got to have him there first thing in the morning, and we will do the close-up after I drop him off at the vet. So that may be just a little bit later tomorrow, but we'll definitely do that, and we'll see all of you tomorrow for more chat, and hopefully I will be able to pay attention to it and answer some questions again. I really enjoy that part as well. I see Tara or Tara asking, will there be a new mom soon? There probably will. I really want to get the adoptions for the other kittens lined up and at least know when they're going before I tell Dawes to go ahead and find us a new mom cat. And if we have a little week off where we've only got Gab and her kittens here and no other, except obviously Brooke, then that would be nice too. We'll see about it. Anyway, if you want to keep watching these kittens right here, you can do that all day long on the Kitten Academy live stream. So please check that out. You can watch them all day if you feel like it. Right now, it's probably a great view because she's laid down right in front of the main floor camera with her little kittens nursing. We'll see how long that lasts. That's that camera right there. I know. Yeah, they're 5 weeks old, so they should all be eating enough food. They should be getting weaned right now. And I think she's taking a little better care of them than she needs to, but that's okay. They are definitely still nursing a lot. Okay, that's it. Thanks, everybody. I will see you on the close-up tomorrow, and you can keep right on watching these kittens in the meantime.